Life Vlog. So for today's video, I'm going to interview Dan. Yeah, he is one of my loyal subscriber, and of course, he is one of my moderator. And how are you, Dan, by the way?
I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good also.
Good.
So, first question is, what do you think people in the United States could learn from Filipino culture, and what do you think Filipinos might benefit from adopting from American culture?
Really, what Americans can learn from Filipinos is respect,
Yes, respect.
because Filipinos are all about respect.
Yes.
And yeah,
Yeah.
and as far as American culture for Filipinos, maybe some of the foods, maybe different foods.
Yes. And different culture.
And different culture as well. We have seemed to lost a lot of the good old-fashioned family value that Filipinos still have. I mean, it's still there in the United States, but it's less and less. There's fewer and fewer Christians every year,
Yeah.
and that's just how it's going.
Yes.
But yeah, that's why I think.
So the respect is, the every benefit from each other country.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's just like, you Americans need to learn how to respect somebody else's views, even though they might different from theirs.
Yeah.
In America right now, we have such a culture that if you're not my friend and you don't believe what I do, you're my enemy. And that just don't cut it. I mean, I wasn't raised that way, but that's what everybody seems to be teaching. It's just like, Democrats hate Republicans, Republicans hate Democrats, and neither one of them are right.
Yes.
I mean, sorry to say, but there's pros and cons to each side of that story. Democrats got some good things going, and Republicans got good things going, but neither one is perfect.
Yes.
And yeah.
Yeah, so I have seen you talk about your trips to Mexico.
Yeah.
Yeah. And previously to the Philippines, and expressed an interest in traveling to Colombia too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you give your younger self one piece of advice about travel and relationships?
Afraid to ask and get rejected.
Oh.
Don't be maybe a little bit more straightforward. And well, I'm pretty straightforward, but I mean more.
Just.
Yeah, don't sit back and observe too long, because it seems like I've missed out on a lot of relationships because.
You have a lot of experience.
Well, I've been told that, from old friends, like high school friends, that, this girl that I had a crush on liked me, and I didn't have no clue.
Oh.
And several of the girls that I had crushes on, but I figured they were just good friends, and so I got put in that friend zone.
That's nice.
Yeah. No, it wasn't, but that's okay. That's what happened.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
So next, do you think you could ever find or create your ideal version of a home in the Philippines?
It's home is to me, it's really where you hang your hat, and it can be anywhere.
Yeah.
But and what you do with your home is you just try to make it a little bit better as you go along, until it's good enough for you or whatever. And that would be the same thing here in the Philippines. You just it might take you longer to get everything perfect.
Yes. So, if you were to move here in the Philippines and live here permanently, what would your ideal look like and why?
I don't know, but ideally it would maybe be somewhere in the country, in the province, that's close to town. So it's not, a 3-hour trip to go to town.
Yeah.
But I currently live in the country in Idaho, and I like that. And
You like peaceful?
it's nice and yeah, it's real quiet. Um, but you know, and town to me is a half hour away, 25 to 30 minutes away.
Oh.
Which that same 20 some miles
Oh.
would take hours here in the Philippines. Literally hours.
Yes.
Yeah.
So since you've tried some Filipino food, are there any dishes or snacks that you think I should try from your home country?
You guys already love pizza and
Yes.
spaghetti, although you should
Carbonara.
carbonara is very good. Yeah, I had that the other day.
Oh yeah. There is your country. There is a carbonara there.
Oh yeah,
Ah.
Oh, yeah.
So it's very popular.
yeah. It's Italian food. Yeah,
Oh.
it's Italian food, and I like Italian food. I like Mexican food. So far, I haven't found a good Mexican restaurant here in the Philippines. But I do want to go back to Cebu and try some quesadillas at this one place because on the menu they look spectacular.
Mm-hmm.
And if they're half as good as they look, it ought to be close enough to, you know, what we have back home.
Oh.
But yeah, quesadilla, it's like a taco mixed in with a quesadilla.
No, a lot of foreigners loves to eat tacos.
Oh yeah, tacos, if they're made right, are very good.
Ah,
Yeah.
yes. But I haven't tried tacos.
Yeah, and Laika thinks she's tried tacos, but they put mayonnaise on it, and mayonnaise doesn't belong on the taco.
Oh, yeah. So, if you had to survive a week in the Philippines eating only one Philippine street food, which would it be?
It's barbecue because you have multiple places to choose from and multiple vendors and there's you know, if you don't like what this place has or more importantly if that place is out of whatever you want, you just walk to the next one. That would be the easiest, but
you like barbecue too?
yeah. I mean, I like pancit. What is it? Pancit better, yeah. The chicken.
Adobo.
No, chicken. The
Fried chicken.
I can't remember what it's called. It's chicken pancit.
Ah, chicken pancit.
Yeah.
Ah, a lot of mix.
Yeah, there's a lot of different kinds of pancit.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, I like that.
So.
But lumpia is good too, you know.
Oh, yes.
And I could eat lumpia or pancit for a whole lumpia.
Ah, yes,
Yeah.
lumpia.
Lumpia, I could eat either one of those for a week straight and not have problems.
Oh, so you you already tried to eat lumpia?
Oh yeah, several times. Several times. Yep.
Oh, so what's the taste?
It's a little bit different every time depending on who cooks it and what kind because there's pork, there's I imagine chicken, there's most commonly vegetable, which is really good. But they're all pretty good.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
So, what was your most awkward or unexpected moment interacting with a local here? Awkward.
Yeah, awkward.
You haven't tried? Or
Oh
you
yeah,
tried
I've been
that?
in the trikes, and I mean there could be some awkward moments getting in and out of a trike, but that I wouldn't call that very awkward. That's just because some of them are built really small, and some of them are more easier to get into. It would. Yeah, that's a good question.
Okay. So, what's the most unexpected or flirtatious comment you received during your visit here, and how did you handle it?
That I had been interested in until I learned that somebody else was interested in her,
Yeah.
and so I just never approached the subject. And they asked me if I was interested in them,
Oh.
and I just said, well, I have to let things play out
Oh.
for what's happening with her right now.
Oh.
And because I won't move in on somebody else's territory. It just doesn't feel right. It's not who I am. I know a lot of people would say, hey, first come, first serve.
Oh yeah.
And stuff like that. And that's true, but that's not me. And I mean, I don't want anybody disrespecting me. If I'm courting a girl, I don't want, my friends or anyone I know asking my girl out for a date.
Ah, yes.
And so
Oh.
I won't do that.
Oh.
So,
Oh.
that I try to stick to.
Oh.
And
So next question. If a gorgeous Filipina told you that eating balot would you more attractive, would you believe her and would you try it?
I think that would depend on how drunk I was or not drunk because I don't get drunk, but how much alcohol I've had beforehand. But I don't foresee myself trying balut.
Balut.
It's not on my list of things to do.
You didn't? You haven't tried that
No.
balut?
No.
Oh my god. Really?
Yeah, really.
Oh. So, when traveling, do you ever find it tricky to tell whether a Filipina is being extra nice because they like you or because you're a foreigner?
Yeah, and I have to admit I'm kind of naive when it comes to girls. I mean, I always have been all my life. I mean, I've already told you guys that I just learned 5 years ago that a lot of girls that I was interested as a young man, 16 to 23,
Oh.
a lot of the girls that I had crushes on,
Oh.
and I never asked because
Yes.
of whatever, one of the girls already had a boyfriend,
Ah,
actually a fiance,
oh.
but I had learned from a good source that she was interested in me and she wanted to break it off with that guy,
Oh.
but she was kind of trapped by her family
Oh.
because she was Hispanic, and family puts a lot of pressure on couples in Latin community. I think they do here too, a little bit.
God.
Maybe not so much, but yeah, she was. I learned that she was hoping that I would ask her out so she could break it off with the guy she was dating.
OMG.
And yeah, that kind of stung.
There are
because,
lots of, I know that, yeah.
Yeah.
There are lots of happening.
Yeah.
Yes. So, what's the most daring or adventurous thing you've done in the Philippines that you never admit to your family back home?
I would admit
Adventurous.
to anything that I've done so far. I mean, I have no issues, The most adventurous thing I would say was renting the scooter and
Yes.
traveling on the roads here. I mean, because it's not for everybody because there really are no rules. The rule is find a hole and take it and get out of people's way. Kind of try to stay to the right so people can always get by you.
Yes.
And always keep your eyes open. Eyes and ears, that's, I don't know if you've noticed, but I don't drive with earbuds in.
Oh.
Even though I love music and I'd like to listen to music driving, I won't do that because you can't hear. Because people just come up behind you and the mirrors on that scooter that I rented seem to be JB welded in one position, which doesn't work for me.
Oh.
To look at those, you can't adjust them, and to look at them, I have to scrunch down and look at them.
Because you're so very tall, and then the
And-
mirror is very,
Yeah. And for me, it's easier just to turn my head and look both ways. It's easier for me to do that than it is actually to try to use those little tiny mirrors that's on that rental.
Oh.
And if I had a scooter, I would have decent mirrors on it that I can adjust.
Ah, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
But when you're on a rental, you're not gonna invest on a
yes.
rental.
yes, because that is rent.
Yeah.
Yeah. So next, but not the least.
Okay.
Okay, if a Filipina dared you to join a local beach party's midnight skinny dip tradition to blend in, would you do it?
Yeah, in the right situation, I would. But I have to admit, it's more than likely not going to happen. But I could be convinced to do that. You know, and depending on how much alcohol I had previously drank, it might be easier or harder to convince me to do something like that. But,
Oh, so that's all done. So thank you so much, Don, for participate my interview to you.
yep.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, thank you so
People,
much.
don't forget to like, share, subscribe.
Yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe,
Thumbs up.
guys. Yeah, this is Don, guys, from
Idaho,
yeah,
United
Idaho,
States. Yep.
Idaho, United States.
USA. Yep.
Yeah, USA. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank
Adios, amigos.
Adios, amigos. What
Yeah.
is that?
It means goodbye, friends.
Goodbye, friends.
Amigos is friends, and adios is
Bye.
literally means go with God, but it's like goodbye.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes. Thank you so much, Don.
Yep, you're welcome.